Start
Yo,
this thing up
baby,
in.
yo, baby, yo.
All right. In shit, too much water. Okay, in three, two, one. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. We're Nerd is a New Bully. I'm your host Leroy with my co-host.
This is Eli,
Yep, and we are back.
aka E-Love.
E-Love is back. And I'm back also. Yeah, so this is a brand new episode and we're back with you again. And Eli, we're coming to the end of February.
Is it? Man,
Yeah, I
that went
think
by
this is I
fast.
think this is the last week.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because January was like 5 years long.
5 years long, and then February was like 18 minutes. So it's like it was weird in Mississippi because you didn't know if you had to put on like a bubble coat or flip flops and shorts, so you can walk around with a bubble coat, flip flops, and shorts just in case.
Oh well, up here in Minnesota, we're getting like all the mild winter we had, through November, December. We're getting it all in this month.
Okay, so it's trickle down effect, and we're almost in spring again.
Yeah, we're full fledged in winter. Like we had another blizzard yesterday.
Oh damn,
I'm
that was.
I'm sick of shoveling. I'm sick of shoveling.
Don't worry, it's sundress season is right around the corner, so don't worry. That being said, like I said, we're almost out of February, and for those that don't know, because nobody's talking about it right now, February is Black History Month. And honestly, Eli, I want to say after R. Kelly, 21 Savage, Prada, Gucci with all the blackface, the Virginia Lieutenant Governor wearing blackface and KKK at the party, and Jussie Smollett, I'm done with Black History Month. They canceled Black History Month for me. This is over. You know, Worst Black History Month ever. So I say
Hey, well, hey, at least you don't have. At least like in Native American month is October. That's when football season starts and Halloween. So
right. So people are dressing up as the Washington Redskins to
yeah,
celebrate or something.
for Halloween. Yeah, what you gonna be for Halloween? Racist.
So yeah, I can see your problem there. So yeah, so basically we're just gonna just cancel Black History Month. Just these next few days, just forget about it, and we're just gonna pick everything up on Juneteenth and just start fresh. I do want to say one thing before we go further about this Jussie Smollett situation. I know, like I said, it's got nothing to do with podcasting, but it's just such a big and crazy and insane story. I just got to talk about it because it's just so weird. Now we talked about this last week. Eli, I know
Yeah.
you're sick of talking about this guy.
Oh, this is getting weird. They should just make this a movie now.
It really should be a movie. The thing is, he's on Empire, right? This storyline is better than any storyline on Empire. If this storyline was on that show, I'd watch that show.
No shit.
Yeah. So basically, like I said, we picked up on it last week. But we didn't have the whole specifics behind it. We just heard this might happen and this might happen. But now the story is starting to unravel. It's getting more crazy than it was before. So this week he's been arrested. So Chicago PD has picked him up. He's been arrested. He's out on bail right now. So that's another thing. But he was picked up and arrested. And Eli, like I said, my blackness won't allow me to admit that he's guilty, or did anything. But it was so much evidence. Oh, Eli, so much evidence. It's bad. It's really bad. I mean, because first off, okay, like I said, the MAGA hat wearing guys that called him the M-bomb and racial slurs and homophobic slurs, stuff like that, found him. They confessed. Two big buff Wakandan Nigerian dudes, And what makes it even worse, they caught them on camera the night of the attack buying rope, bleach, and MAGA hats.
Really?
Yeah, their own footage. You could see them buying it.
So that part was all true.
That part was all true. They're on tape, on security. They see them. And then what else happened? Even more information came out because the thing is, what they're saying is that this whole motivation behind this is that Jussie Smollett is saying that he didn't pay them enough money, so he basically staged his attack to kind of give him the sympathy card so he can ask for more money, for everybody else. Because, like I said, Terrence Howard is on the show, the original War Machine. And Taraji P. Henson, who wins Oscars like left and right, shit like that. So they're all getting paid in the hundreds of thousands per episode. They're saying he's getting paid somewhere between 30 and 60,000 per episode. So he's complaining that's not enough money.
Yeah.
That's weird. And on top of that, those two Nigerian big Wakandan dudes, one of them is his personal trainer.
Okay.
And also his ecstasy dealer.
Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this does sound like a season of
Right, it's a whole season of Empire right here. So he's his drug supplier and his personal trainer. I don't know how that mixes together, but hey, I guess it's kind of like the same guy that sells hot dogs and toilet paper, you know, hand in hand,
yeah. There you go.
whatever. But Eli, it gets really, 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 really worse. After all the bullshit I said, right? This is the worst part of it. The police have the check that he wrote to them to whoop his ass.
Does it say paid to the order so and so, and in the end notes for kicking my ass?
It doesn't say. It just says for personal training. They showed the check earlier today. But how dumb do you have to be if you're gonna commit a crime to write a check? I mean, every gangster movie you've ever seen, it's always cash, no paper trail.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like bad guy 101. These are the worst criminals ever, man. This is I don't know what to say about this. So and to make it even worse, of course, like I said, since he threw MAGA under the bus with two Wakandans claiming they're MAGA, your boy had to chime in.
Oh yeah.
Donald J. Trump.
Okay. Oh, he's my boy.
He's your boy. He's not mine. So he put out a tweet saying, "How are you gonna use racism and homophobia to propel your own career?" I'm thinking like, did you just say that? How are you gonna propel
That's how you're
racism
president,
and
motherfucker.
homophobia to propel your own career? Like pot kettle black, It's such a weird story, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some more stuff is gonna unfold. They've already written him out of the last 2 episodes of Empire.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe he'll get his name cleared. He's still not admitting he did it. He's still saying, that he's innocent. After all this damning evidence they have. So, you know what though? The best thing about it are the memes.
Oh yeah.
That's the best thing about all of this, because Jesse Smollett has gotten to the point now that he's become such a meme that if you see somebody lying on the internet, all you gotta do is just post a picture of his face to just say you're lying. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So yeah, we probably won't follow this story anymore because it got nothing to do with nerd news. Even though he is Black Canary's gay brother, so technically it is nerd news, kind of association. But yeah. That being said, we can move on past that. Eli, did you watch the Oscars?
I did not.
I know that was a shitty segue, but I'm gonna make it a good segue. Twitter is saying he should have won for Best Actor and Best Fight Scene. Okay, so like I said, we're back to the Oscars, and everybody know that we were watching the Oscars and was waiting on pins and needles to see whether or not Black Panther was going to bring home the gold. Eli, I would tell you this: Black Panther won 3 Oscars tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Music.
Music, original score. It won original score. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What's the other one?
Special effects.
Not special effects. No.
Oh damn it. Costumes.
Yes. That was easy. That's a no-brainer. Okay. So you got original score, costumes, and what's third?
Well, I said special effects. What else was it nominated for?
Okay. Production.
Oh, production design.
Production design. Yeah. So one for production design also. So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So those are the 3 it won. So, and honestly, in my opinion, I think those 3 awards were like a given. I think there was a no-brainer for Black Panther to win those awards. Yeah. Just so it won 3. Those are the most. Those are the most awards that Marvel ever won. So basically, Black Panther won 3 awards. Marvel Studios has 3 awards.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm hearing, but I didn't get a chance to take a look at this, and if I'm wrong, correct me on this, but I'm hearing it's tied with another comic book movie for most Oscars. It may have beaten it, but I'm hearing it's tied. And you know what that movie is?
Was it Road to Perdition?
No, but that was an awesome movie. Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting confused with History of Violence, but anyway. No, actually, Dick Tracy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if Dick Tracy won 2 and they said it was tied at the time and it ended up winning the 3rd one, or Dick Tracy actually won 3. But anyway, I know Dick Tracy has at least 2. But if he has 3, then they're tied with Black Panther. So Dick Tracy and Black Panther. So yeah.
Well, didn't Heath Ledger win for Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, but that was like 1,
Yeah, but I mean like, and then Suicide Squad won.
Suicide Squad. What didn't Spider-Man win?
Did it? I don't know. For Best Animated?
I think. Thank you. I meant the original Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah. But now that you mentioned, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse did win Best Animated Feature.
well, cool. Because that deserves something. Because that
Yeah.
movie's awesome.
Because here's the thing, I saw. Why didn't you tell me Incredibles 2 was on Netflix?
Why didn't I tell you? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's on Netflix.
Okay, well I'm telling you, Incredibles 2 is on Netflix. Because I didn't know that. I was gonna see. I was actually about to like buy the movie or rent the movie, something like that. I'm just watching Netflix. I'm like, is that Incredibles 2? Let me watch this shit. So I watched it, and yeah, Into the Spider-Verse is a better movie.
Okay.
Because the thing is, Incredibles 2 is literally the same movie, except the woman is got to get a job, except the man. Other than that, it's the same movie.
All right.
But here's the thing that shocked me about the movie. You're like, there's a lot of cursing in that movie.
In Incredibles 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that, but I'm like, okay. I guess the kids that watch this movie are older now, so yeah, go ahead, drop a bomb every now and then. So yeah. So what else we got? Okay, we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 1, Black Panther 1, 3. It did not win Best Picture. Oh, one more thing. Even though it's got nothing to do with nerd news, Spike Lee won his first Oscar tonight.
For director?
No, for adapted screenplay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, which is insane. Like that is Spike Lee's first Oscar.
Yeah, he's been nominated for so many.
He's been nominated for so many, but damn, that's kind of shocking that it's him. So yeah, he hugged and I think he wrapped his legs around Samuel Jackson because he was so happy or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson was in a bunch of his movies before he was big.
That's pretty much where Samuel Jackson got his start.
Yeah.
Just being in Spike Lee's movie. You can also not just Samuel Jackson. You can say Wesley Snipes. You can say Denzel. You can say Halle Berry. Pretty much any black actor from the 90s.
Yeah.
So pretty much got this start, from Spike Lee movies. But yeah, the fact that that's insane. Spike Lee got his first Oscar tonight. That's insane. So
that is.
But and honestly, everybody.
But then who did get director then? I should just look this up.
Yeah, honestly, I think I checked out on that part. I don't know who got best director.
So yeah. Green. You say Green Mile or Green Mile?
Not Green Mile. That was John Coffey.
Let's see. Okay. I got the winners here.
Okay.
Best picture was Green Book.
The Green Book. Who some people are saying like the updated version of Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
Which Spike Lee also lost to.
Best original song was Kendrick Lamar and all that shit.
All of the lights. Yeah, we knew that was gonna win. So.
Shit, where'd it go? This is like a shitty link here. Best sound mixing, Bohemian Rhapsody.
I think on what they were saying, that Bohemian Rhapsody actually won like the most awards tonight.
Yeah. Best original score was Black Panther. Best actor was that Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, he did a good job.
Yeah, it was pretty much he was head and shoulders above everybody else on that one. The only person I think that was close is Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, I did see Vice, and that he.
What'd you think? Because a lot of people were upset over Vice.
I thought it was going to be more funny, like because it was Adam McKay directed it. He did Step Brothers and Ricky Bobby and all that shit. So I thought it was going to be. I mean, there was some funny parts, and it was a total satire, but it was also kind of made me mad actually. It kind of just pissed me off.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. Best actress, we have Olivia Colman for The Favorite.
Didn't see it.
Me neither. Best supporting actor was Marsala Ali.
For the Green Book.
For the Green Book, yeah.
Driving Miss Daisy 2.0.
Yeah, so Regina King won Best Supporting Actress.
Regina King. Let's pause for a second like that. Regina King won an Oscar. Regina King is black royalty. She single-handedly saved Black History Month for me.
Okay.
I put a post up today. I was saying that you can tell a lot about a person depending on where they know Regina King from. So, like I said, a lot of people know her from 227. She played the teenage Brenda on there. Me personally, my favorite role from her, The Boondocks.
Yeah, she did all the voices.
She did all the voices for the little kids on Boondocks. So I thought that was like genius for her to do that. And plus, she was on like a talk show or something like that, and she was doing the voices on there. I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. So yeah, congratulations. And Regina King actually was escorted to the speech by Chris Evans. So people
like what happened?
well, not escorted, but like when she was walking up to accept her award, like Chris Evans, like wrapped her arm and took her up there.
Like carried her?
Well, not carried her, but
Gave her a piggyback ride.
well, wrapped her arm around her, like in.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, like walked her up.
Walked her up the thing, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Best animated feature: Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Best director: that Alfonso Cuarón for Roma, which I just watched that the other night.
That ain't good.
It's a good movie. It's and it's about that actress. What's her name? The Yalitza Aparicio or something.
No idea what you're talking about. It's like throwing words at me.
She was the first indigenous actress to be nominated.
Cool. Yeah, you should have watched that.
Best actress. Yeah. I had to watch it out of out of obligation.
For the culture. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It doesn't have superpowers, but it's good.
Blow something up.
Yeah, definitely it makes a statement on classism and really points out ever since she got nominated, it's pointing out the racism of Mexico, because you have like the Mexicans that were spawned by the Spaniards, and then you have the actual indigenous people of Mexico,
right?
And the division between them. So there's a lot of racial outrage ever since she got nominated. Mm-hmm. Go to the Geek Savs page on Facebook, and I actually posted some of the articles.
I'm gonna say it. It's like right up you guys' alley,
Yeah. Too bad it doesn't. Like I said, it's not about comic books, but
When has that ever stopped any one of us for doing it? We don't give a fuck.
So
sometimes people be watching this, listening to this podcast, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah. So that's
it's a Valiant or some shit.
Yeah. So this Alfonso Cuarón won Best Director. This is like his second one, isn't it? Because he won for, I think, The Revenant.
Oh, that was him? Okay.
Yeah, and then he also directed Gravity, right?
I think I have The Revenant and never seen it.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. You want to see like Indians whip ass? That first 5 minutes is dope.
Cool. Okay, I will check that out then.
It's like Saving Private Ryan with Indians, cowboys and Indians, basically.
Okay.
But he also did Children of Men, and he's done some good shit. But that's what that's like his second Oscar. I figured that Spike Lee was at least going to get the pity one.
Right. But no, they didn't give it to him. So
too bad. That sucks.
So yeah, it just seemed like the Green Book is kind of like the same movie they've been giving these Oscars to. Like it's really a white savior movie.
Yeah.
It's really about the white guy, about how he learns racism and bad, and then he learns his lesson. So it's his movie. And like, it's kind of the same thing y'all been doing, giving these movies. Other than last year when you gave it to the chick fucked the fish, or was that the year before?
Oh, The Shape of Water, yeah.
That one, yeah. So, but yeah, it was just like, this is the same type of movie they've been giving it to. You learn racism and you learn civil rights. Like, so I don't know. It's like I said, I'm glad Black Panther won all those awards they did, but it did feel like they just put it in there just to get people to watch the Oscars. You had probably more people watching the Oscars now than they've ever watched before. Like the Oscars was trending tonight, on Twitter when I was watching it. But you watched like the year before that, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody watched the Oscars. Nah. So I guess mission accomplished. They've done what they said they were gonna do.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And like I said, Green Book. People mad about thinking it's white savior. People are really mad about Bohemian Rhapsody winning.
Oh, First Man won Best Visual Effects.
Did it?
Yeah. So that
over Infinity War.
Over Infinity War.
What the?
And Solo and Ready Player One.
What the fuck, man? See, that's the shit I don't understand. Like, you think Infinity War would have been a given. But or any one of those other movies you just named, not First Man.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know.
Best Adapted Screenplay, Spike Lee and his homies for BlacKkKlansman.
Yeah.
Best Original Screenplay was Green Book. Oh, Best Foreign Language Film was Roma. So there you go.
Okay.
Chalk one up for the Indians right there.
Cool. Okay.
Best costume design, Black Panther. Best editing, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, like I said, they won a bunch of awards, and a lot of people are mad at Bohemian Rhapsody, not because of the movie. Like I said, I've never seen the movie myself, And I think I heard today. I think they're saying it's the highest grossing music biopic of all time. I don't know for sure, but if it's there, it's there. But people are pissed off because they're saying it's a slap in the face of the Me Too movement. Because of Bryan Singer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which we may or may not have brought that up before, but that's the big problem people had about Bohemian Rhapsody. They're saying because of Bryan Singer, the movie shouldn't have even been included in the Best Picture or even Oscar nomination at all, just because of him. Because saying just the fact that he's winning these awards is a slap in the face of Me Too, even though Bryan Singer was fired from the movie before the movie was even finished.
Yeah, he didn't finish the movie.
Right. He wasn't at the Oscars. He wasn't at the Academy Awards. He didn't go on stage. He wasn't even allowed in the building.
Yeah.
People still pissed. Why are you getting pissed over stuff like that? He wasn't the only person on the movie. So, like I said, Remy Malek, is that his name?
Yeah.
The bug-eyed guy? Okay. Awesome performance. Best performance of the year. So we're just going to throw away what he did because of this asshole Bryan Singer?
Well, that's what happened with Wind River last year.
That is true.
Wind River was a great movie, had awesome performances, and it dealt with social issues as far as missing and murdered Indigenous women. But it was what's his name? Harvey Weinstein. It was a Weinstein production.
It was Weinstein Company.
Yeah, so they canceled him, canceled his movie, and all the work and that everybody worked, all the hard work everybody did on that movie is basically all for naught.
Hawkeye was acting his ass off, was also in the movie. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Scarlet Witch was in it.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of natives, actors and actresses in the movie. Yeah.
Got punished?
Yeah. Yeah, and but because, Harvey Weinstein, produced it.
Like, wow. So because of one person, we're going to make everybody else suffer for that. That's like with Subway, that Jared guy, just because he did all that fucked up shit, okay, I'm going to quit eating Subway. Like, the lady didn't do any of that shit. She don't even know. She never met Jared before.
Yeah.
So why am I going to punish them for what one asshole did? So, yes, Bryan Singer is an asshole, but everybody else worked their ass off on Bohemian Rhapsody, to make that movie the way it was. So we shouldn't punish everybody.
And it's a good movie. I seen it twice in the theater. It was cool. And, I thought it was great. Sure, I heard people bitching that it wasn't gay enough, but it was PG-13. I mean, they were going to have a blowjob, or would you want to see?
Reach around in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah,
we talked about this before. But
would you want a dick in the mouth? Like,
some people do.
This ain't gay enough. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, people getting pissed off over awards, over art.
Right.
I mean, this is art. When it comes down to it, this is entertainment. This is like, art is supposed to make us ask questions and face these problems and bring up these, these issues and make us think about these ideas and issues and stuff. And if we're going to get mad because they're not making us think the way, the way that they want us to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or it's not making us come up this movie isn't supposed to end this way because that's not right. Like how they bitched about the 3 Billboards movies and shit. It's like, art is supposed to make us ask questions and not answer them. We're supposed to come up with the answers.
But we live in a different world now. We live in a different time that people want everything spoon-fed to them.
Yeah, and it's like art's not supposed to be safe. It's not safe. The best art isn't safe.
Right. And that's the thing. Like a lot of these movies, these really good movies that were made like back decades before, can't get made nowadays. Yeah, imagine Blazing Saddles getting made today.
Oh, hell no. I mean, they barely got made back then.
Right.
Remember Richard Pryor was going to be in that movie.
Well, he wrote it.
Yeah, and they're like, no, he ain't getting in it. We ain't letting him in the movie. I mean, you can't make Scarface nowadays.
Hell, we're at the point now, they saying the original Iron Man in 2008 probably couldn't get made today. Just because of the way things have been changed nowadays.
I mean, that's what's, you have you have the right wings, and Trump calling, attacking the media, but then you have the left, liberals attacking art.
Right.
It's like, come on now. It's like we're supposed to have freedom of speech, right? Freedom of press,
I mean, if you don't like it, just look the other way or ignore it or don't pay attention to it. Don't put so much energy into shutting somebody else down and what they're trying to say.
Yeah, don't listen, don't watch it, don't read it. It's that simple.
Right. If they don't have an audience, it will go away. That's what will happen.
Yeah.
So,
No, so.
I don't know. Have we spent too much time on this?
Yeah.
I got nothing left I got to say on this. So basically, we can move on to the actual. We actually get into the podcast now. So I want to thank everybody for just listening to our random ramblings because that's what we do here. Now we can actually talk about the box office numbers and see if that was going on. And Eli, give it to me. What was the #1 movie of the week?
I'm sorry, I have no idea. Is it Battle Angel again?
It was not Battle Angel again.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Okay. So the #1 movie this week is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
Oh, okay, yeah. My kid loves those movies.
How many of them have they made?
There's 2 of them, but there's also a TV series on Netflix that I have to watch every day. Like Snow Days. We've been having a lot of snow days lately up here.
Yeah.
And that's like what I got to watch is How to Train Your
How do these franchises get so big and I've never heard of them? That's what I don't understand.
Oh, they're actually not bad, especially the first one. In fact, my daughter, she's got Down syndrome, so she's got sensitive hearing. So I can't take her to like crowded places. Like she hates powwows because they're so loud.
Yeah.
So I can't take her to movies. But they have these sensory theater movie showing sometimes for kids with like autism and stuff, where they leave the lights on and they turn down the sound. And they had a showing of How to Train Your Dragon one time, and we took her to that, and she had a blast.
Cool.
So that was like the only time she was ever in a movie theater.
Well, she actually liked it, so that's pretty cool then.
Yeah.
You're selling me on this franchise. I have no idea what they're about, but you're selling me on it. Place that there. Okay. So what else we got? #2, Alita: Battle Angel, still hanging in strong. What else we have? #3, the Lego Movie 2, the second part. Eli, they're saying it's flopping. It's not good.
Oh man.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you're gonna make so many Lego movies so many times. #4, Fighting with My Family.
Is that wrestling movie?
That's the rest of the movie with Rock. I think Paige, is that her name?
Is that her name, Paige? I don't know any of these new wrestlers, but I've heard of. Yeah, isn't she like a British wrestler or something?
Something like that. But yeah, it's supposed to be based on a true story or something like that. So yeah, whatever. #5, Isn't It Romantic? The whatever chick movie. #6, What Men Want, the Taraji P. Henson movie, which is why she's getting paid more than Jussie Smollett. You know? #7, Happy Death Day to You. I know they keep making these movies. I don't know. #8, Cold Pursuit. Eli, with all this talk about, I want to see this movie now.
What, Cold Pursuit?
Yeah.
I wanted to see it until
they saying it's actually not that
bad. Until you said I couldn't. You said I couldn't see it
because we canceled him.
Yeah.
All it takes is one person to break rank.
Yeah, I wanted to see. Yeah, fucking Taken with the fucking dump truck or a snowplow.
Yeah, because they said it's a review. They said it's not like Taken. They said it's kind of like Taken, but it's kind of like a dark comedy or something.
Like he's running motherfuckers over with a snowplow or some shit.
Right. So it's like, okay, well, that sounds pretty interesting. So I'm gonna feel like shit if this movie comes out on Netflix and it's actually like good. And I'm like, damn, we didn't watch this shit just because of this bullshit. Liam
Neeson we caved to pressure.
Right.
The societal pressure.
It happens. We're all slave to the moment. So, #9, The Upside. I have no idea what is that.
The Upside, isn't that the Kevin Hart white man and black man become friends movies?
Oh yeah, Green Book in the apartment.
Yeah, Green Book in a wheelchair. Or whatever.
Right. It'll win an Oscar next year.
Yeah.
#10, Run the Race. The fuck is that?
Have no idea.
Okay, you lost me with that one. All right, so that is the box office numbers of 2000 whatever February for the last February. So that's pretty good with that one. Yeah, like I said, nothing really too big happened movie wise. Not this week, but Eli, let's talk about Captain Marvel for a second. Is Captain Marvel going to happen next week or the week after next week?
It's like coming soon, few weeks, I think.
I think next week, so it'll be 2 podcasts from now. We'll be talking about Captain Marvel if we both seen it. We just be clear, Eli. You're not boycotting, are you?
Boycotting Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
I hadn't planned on it. Why? Is somebody racist?
I don't think. Well, it depends on who you ask.
Is Brie Larson racist now?
Okay, well, it depends on who you ask. Now,
okay.
If they ask you, no. If they ask me, no. But if you ask a bunch of people on the internet, they will say she is, but not to us. Apparently, to white men.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she's racist to white. Okay. Let me back this up.
Did she make somebody take out the trash or something, and now they're all butthurt?
They are super butthurt. She pissed off a lot of people. I'm gonna just bring this up. Let me catch everybody up to speed right now. Oh damn, this shit dropped down since last I looked at it. Okay, so there is a lot of stuff going on in the news right now on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes and you look at Captain Marvel's tomato meter about who wants to see the movie, right now her score is at 31%. That is the lowest of any Marvel movie by far. So people are like, I don't want to get this clear because a lot of people saying that people are attacking her and attacking her reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. They're not. They can't attack the reviews because the movie isn't even out yet. But what they are doing is attacking, who wants to see the movie and who doesn't. Because the movie normally Marvel movies usually like around like 98, 97%, shit like that. 31% is insane. So the reason people are so pissed at Brie Larson right now is because she said during her press tour, she said she wants to have more people than just white men, reviewing the movie and interviewing her and doing the press junket for her. And people got triggered.
Okay.
Super triggered. That's why they're attacking her.
Such snowflakes, man.
Such snowflakes. That's like that's the world we live in. So if you click on any Captain Marvel, trailer, and you go to the comment section, it's pretty rough, Eli.
I'm
not seeing this movie. Well, I'm not going to watch this as long as Brie Larson is in there. She's racist. She's white. How is she racist? I don't get it, man. But they're super pissed right now, man. She has triggered a lot of people right now. So, I mean, they can attack the movie all they want to. I think more than half the people attacking her saying they're going to boycott the movie are going to see the movie anyway.
Yeah, and then shit on it. They're just going to see it.
Just see it just so they can shit on it afterwards. But they're still going to see it. Marvel has your money. You can watch if you want to. It doesn't really matter. So, and that's the thing about that one. And it's just weird, man. I'm really curious to see what Captain Marvel did. Because at first they had Captain Marvel saying it was going to do like 180 million at the box office on the weekend. I'm like, it's not going to do Black Panther numbers. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? So then they backed the numbers back up to like 100 million. 80 million, something like that. And I'm like, okay, that sounds more realistic. Ant-Man range, Doctor Strange range, that's where that shit needs to be.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is not the Black Panther of 2019. It's not going to happen. I don't know why anybody's even thinking that, Oh, and a lot
Wonder
of people,
Woman already beat them to it. So.
Right. Right, it's not the first woman. Hell, not the first MCU woman-led movie. People keep forgetting about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
well, I forgot about it. I
forgot about it too, but the only reason I keep remembering because I'm in this. But what about? That's what we always got. That's the world we live in now. When anybody brings up an argument, you gotta say, "But what about?" So yeah, but Captain Marvel isn't the first one to do it. Hell, it don't even seem like she's the lead person in the movie. It seems like a Samuel Jackson movie. She's just there.
Yeah.
And so they know where the money is. So people people are saying, like I said, I said this before, I'll say it again. People act like, ooh, this movie's gonna be the first Marvel flop, or it's gonna save the MCU. It's not. It's gonna be another Marvel movie. That's all it's gonna be.
Save the MCU?
That's what it will save it, or continue to take it to a new level, or
does it
whatever.
need to be saved? I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. Yeah. Or maybe they thinking, when Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. retire after Endgame, they need a savior or somebody to carry them to the next phase or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever, Then they thinking that Brie Larson's supposed to be. They're gonna put it in Brie Larson's hands. She's the captain now. So yeah, everybody's pissed because they thinking that she's gonna tank the MCU. But like I said, it's just gonna be another movie. It's another MCU movie. We've seen them. We know we're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know why people are getting so upset and triggered over just the 21st Marvel movie. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. Well, because comic book fans, man, they're soft.
I get it, man. It's gonna be Thor with boobs. That's all it's gonna be. Thor: The Dark World with boobs. That's the movie.
Superman with a Supergirl, basically.
It's basically Supergirl, right? What was the big titties Power Girl? Her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why everybody's getting triggered over this. Just calm the fuck down. It's just another movie. We will have it's gonna make a shitload of money, and in 2 weeks we have been completely forgot this movie ever existed. It will be another Ant-Man. That's all it will be.
And Godzilla's got bumped up to like 2 weeks after.
Oh, Godzilla's coming.
Yeah, I'm stoked for that.
Okay, Godzilla's coming. So they're gonna make all their money before Godzilla comes. So, but
Yeah,
really though, Godzilla's trying to get away from Infinity War. Really.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's stick with the MCU. We talking about the MCU some more. Let's talk about Black Widow. Now, the reason we're talking about Black Widow is because Black Widow is about to start filming for her movie. They already got a screenwriter, already got a director, all blah blah blah, all the stuff like that. Found locations, all the stuff like that. And there's been this dumbass internet rumor saying that Black Widow is going to be rated R. Even though Kevin Feige has already said there will not be a rated R MCU movie ever, as long as he works there. They're not even going to drop an F-bomb in these movies as long as he worked there. And so he came out this week and said, no, Black Widow is not going to be rated R. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Damn it.
So why do people jump on just any dumbass rumor that makes no sense?
Because it's the internet, man.
It's the internet.
I made the mistake last week. I ran with that Ryan Johnson story, and then recorded a whole fucking bit on it on the podcast, and then the next day it was proven wrong. I was like, oh shit.
But that's true. But at least the Ryan Johnson thing at least sounds plausible. Like you can kind of believe that might happen.
Yeah.
This shit, like they already said, this shit wasn't gonna happen. So so of course it's not gonna be rated R. But why do you want to see Scarlett Johansson that bad? Really? You want to see a sex scene with her?
No, I thought it was going to be, since, like John Wick and Atomic Blonde, like they'd have like hard R violence. That's what I would think.
Okay, that sounds pretty awesome. That sounds
pretty
awesome.
A Black Widow movie where she's like busting arms and stabbing necks and shit.
What was that? What was that movie with Charlize Theron?
Yeah, Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde, right?
Yeah,
which was also like a spy movie, also.
Yeah,
something.
Pretty much.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, and people wonder, well, why did it take Black Widow so long to make a movie? Look at Captain Marvel. Look at the hate that movie's getting. That's why it took Black Widow so long to make a fucking movie. So, what else we got on here? We run through everything already? I think
the Jason Momoa cookies.
That sounded so wrong when you said that.
Momoa.
I don't even know how to segue to that. I guess we could just talk about it. Yeah, the Girl Scouts. Some Girl Scout photoshopped a picture of Jason Momoa on her Girl Scout cookies, and it sold out like in a day or some shit. I don't know. It's just really
by a bunch of Girl Scout moms.
Right. So hey, whatever. That's good salesman tactics right there. They need to find out whatever girl came up with that idea and hire her in some kind of marketing department right now. Like skip school, skip college, skip everything. Just go to marketing degree right now.
I tell you, man, fucking if they make the Jason Momoa vibrator, that shit would fucking sell like hotcakes.
Like a Jason Momoa sex doll or some shit.
Yeah, the Jason Momoa dildo. That would...
I don't know. I'd be kind of freaked out if I walk into a girl's room and I just see like a huge Jason Momoa doll just standing there, like, and she's like, just ignore him. He's just for the weekends when you're not here. You're like, no, this shit is too fucking creepy. I'm getting out of here. And so, yeah.
What about this Eminem shit?
No. Let's back this up. Back it up. Okay. We're gonna talk about the Eminem shit, but let's engulf this whole thing. So let's talk about Netflix. Okay. I'm glad you're Eli, because I'm completely forget about what the fuck was on this list.
I got the thing open. I got the list in front of me.
Okay, because I'm completely ignoring it. I'm just like flying blind right now. So Netflix, for those that don't know, but like I said, if you've been paying attention, unlike some people who will get into it, if you've been paying attention, then you knew this was going to happen. Netflix has canceled all of their Marvel projects. So the only two left that they hadn't been canceled yet was Punisher, which was canceled, and Jessica Jones, which also been canceled, which hasn't even released its third season yet.
Yeah.
But it's already been canceled. Like, you didn't even wait? Please give us false hope. We don't even know when Jessica Jones even coming out. They don't even have a release date. They just said 2019. That's it. So we don't know when that shit is even coming out. So every single Netflix show for Marvel is canceled. And Jeff Loeb actually put out a letter for Marvel. I read the letter, very heartfelt, shedded a tear, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it really felt like Jeff Loeb was throwing Netflix under the bus. Because everybody's blaming Marvel for the reason that these shows are canceled. And Jeff Loeb is basically in his letter saying like, no, it wasn't us. We wanted to continue the stories. We wanted to keep the shows going. Netflix canceled that shit. That was all on them. You know. And for those that don't know, people are saying that maybe they're going to move to this or move to Disney whatever. Hulu wants the shows. Hulu wants to continue shows, but they can't. At least not at this time right now, because Netflix has a 2-year clause where nobody can touch these characters in live action for the next 2 years after Netflix canceled them. So they're just stuck in limbo right now. Can't do anything. All the actors that have been on these shows are already on other shows now. Like Misty Knight, she already got another show.
Oh yeah, what show is this? I might watch it.
I forgot. I don't know.
Because goddamn.
I know. It'll come to me sometime next week. I don't know. But yeah, she's on a whole nother show right now. I think the Luke Cage actor already got another role doing something else. So they already found other work.
He's in a movie. I think he's coming out in a movie.
Is it a movie? Okay, maybe it's a movie. Maybe it's a movie. But Misty Knight does have a TV show, but I can't remember what it is. So yeah, everybody's doing other stuff now. They're not sitting around waiting for this Netflix thing to happen. You know, they're waiting for it to go somewhere else. They need to work. They need to pay bills. Mm-hmm. So that's what they're doing right now. But what we're going to, like I said, everybody that wasn't living under a rock and that was paying attention knew this was coming. But there was one person, Eli, that wasn't paying attention.
Oh, yeah?
And that person was named Marshall Mathers, a.k.a. Slim Shady, a.k.a. White Pac, a.k.a. Eminem. He wasn't paying attention. So it completely blindsided him when Punisher was canceled. And he basically put out a tweet, you know, saying, do I have the tweet in front of me right now?
I do.
Okay. Can you give it to Eli? You go. I'm going to let you read it out because I don't have it in front of me.
Here at Netflix, regarding your cancellation of The Punisher, you are blowing it. Sincerely, Marshall.
Okay, so that is the scathing tweet. He blasted Netflix. That's what the headline said.
He's going to drop an album now.
He's going to drop an entire diss record on Netflix. That's what's going to happen. I can see Marshall Mathers. You know what? Somebody put his image in my head about Eminem just in his rap mansion, you know, just sitting back in his, 80-inch TV watching Punisher, enjoying his time. And then all of a sudden the news just pops up saying Punisher is canceled. You know, he's waiting for season 3. You know.
Yeah, like
really fucked up. But here's the thing. Let's go a little deeper into this. Well, let's talk about this for a second, because a lot of people, and we know this, because like I said, this is a comic book podcast. So we know this. Eminem and Punisher actually go back a ways.
They do.
Yeah, they go back a ways. For those that don't know, Eminem is actually like a huge comic book fan. Like most rappers are huge comic book fans. Grew up reading this shit, you know. He even took pictures in the XXL dressed as the Punisher. You know, I'm punishing the rap game or whatever the fuck he was saying. You know, like that. Didn't he have a comic with the Punisher?
He was in a comic, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I never read it, but yeah, he's in one. Yeah.
I never read it either. I just saw the cover. I didn't even know if it was a real comic or not. I just know I saw a cover with him teaming up with the Punisher.
And I think it's worth a lot. Like, for some reason, it's worth a lot of money.
I mean, it's Eminem and Punisher. I mean, yeah. I want to read it. I wouldn't pay whatever the hell they charging to read it, but yeah, I would do that. So I can see Eminem being a huge Punisher fan. You know, just, probably being his favorite superhero and then find out, oh, the show's canceled. You know, so yeah, I can see that. I feel bad for him now because he wasn't keeping up with the shit. He didn't see it coming.
I'm just surprised that he liked the Netflix Punisher.
That's what I wanted also, because I think we're the only ones that shit on that show, Eli.
I think we are.
Everybody else loved the show. I think we're living in,
because everyone who I know, like, they're like telling me, yeah, you're not gonna like season 2. They're just straight up telling me that.
Like, I'm like, and I like season 1. I was like, Season 2, I was like, no, I'm done. Like, I know this shit is getting canceled.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's it for that. Can we move to the video game section now?
Sure.
Okay. I got nothing, Eli, so I'm just gonna let you take over.
Really? Well, this is old news. I beat a game that's been out for like ever.
Hey, it's new to them.
Yeah. I finally beat Spider-Man on PS4 the other day.
Okay.
After playing it for like 3 months.
Hey, better late than never. So overall, what you think about it?
It was cool. It got tedious, I think, like the Batman games. I mean, it's basically the same engine as the Arkham Knight games. So it did get tedious, some of that shit, some of those missions. But I did end up getting 100%. I did everything. I beat everything. I didn't even beat everything. I beat every mission, every street crime, every thug crime, every prison, every Sable, everything in every district.
Okay, you know? I'm not that dedicated.
Yeah, I was
From
like,
now
well, fuck
on,
it.
you head the video game section now.
Well, I got to the last mission where you fight Doc Ock, and it just said, I was like, warning, you are about, this is the last story mode. You can't upgrade your shit anymore or any of that shit. It asks you that question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to continue? I said, fuck it. Why don't I go and, go around? And I had beat everything already. I just went to every district in Manhattan. Like, okay, I got three more thug crimes to beat. So I just did that. I just, spent the day just going around, checking all the boxes basically.
Okay.
And then
I said fucking and just went straight through the door. Was underpowered as a motherfucker. Didn't care.
I had the suit. I beat Doc Ock on my first try. I beat Taskmaster on my first try.
I didn't even made it to Taskmaster.
Oh really? You just gotta beat those missions.
I didn't bother. I got bored with that shit. I was like, I just want to just fly through the mission.
Yeah, he's got these little like a stealth challenges. They're kind of like the Riddler challenges, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that. But there was only like 5 of them. You do a stealth
so it's not
one,
like
a
whole
battle
like 200
one.
like the Riddler or anything like that.
Yeah. By the second game on Arkham, I was like, fuck the Riddler. I don't
Them shits was everywhere. I got all those on Arkham.
On the first one, on Asylum. I did.
No, on City. I got them on City.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
There's like 200 of those things. I got all of them.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man.
Because it was like the only game I had at the time. So it took me like 6 months to do that shit. Just collecting Riddler trophies and nothing else.
Yeah. I remember trying to do that, and I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit.
That shit was hard as fuck, man. I'll tell you, that shit is
you gotta
as fuck too.
Well, you got to throw the boomerangs.
Yeah,
batarangs,
you got to do everything to get all those trophies. Some of those are hard as fuck to get.
Yeah, or you stand on the question marks in certain orders. Yeah, fuck that. But on Taskmaster, you just had to do a stealth challenge where you basically beat a bunch of guys without being seen. So basically, Metal Gear shit. Then you do a battle challenge where you kick a bunch of ass. Then there's like a drone challenge where you chase drones, and that's about it. And then he comes and he knows all your moves though, so you just got to stay away from him, and then just web him up. Catch him off balance.
Damn, I want to play that now.
Yeah, and I had the Iron Spider suit. So.
Oh, cool. Okay. Did you have like the 4 arms coming out and shit?
Yeah, that was like the special move. You had to be.
Cool.
You had to have your focus up though to get that. It wears down. But yeah, that was fun. Some of it was fun. Some of it was like really tedious. Like some of what I really sucked at was the drone shit where you had to chase pigeons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
I
shit.
love the pigeons.
Yeah, I had a hard time chasing. Like I suck at webbing, man. I just was bad. I'm just not. I can't flip and release
Oh man, once you get good at it, it's cool. So.
I was like, oh shit, So I had a hard time getting my swing game down.
Yeah, because that's how I would spend hours like swinging just for no fucking reason, just swinging, just going everywhere. So yeah.
But I got every backpack. I got every landmark. Every side mission.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Cat. Pictures and all that shit. I pretty much just did everything. So,
damn,
100%, man.
Damn.
3 months.
The gamer.
Well, yeah, it's like and that's the thing is like I only have like a couple hours a day, and maybe not every day, to play it. So every couple days I would play for a couple hours. So
okay.
That's why it took me forever.
Hey, as long as you beat it, so that's the main thing to give us. So all right, so. Overall score, give it to me. What you got?
It was. I liked it. I'll give it 4.5 out of 5.
Cool. Good, strong score. For those that don't know, the game has actually been permanently dropped down from $60 to $40 now. So.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's been a while. So if you haven't played it, Eli recommends it. Go get it.
Yeah.
That being said, we move on to the Bread and Butter podcast now.
Sure.
Okay, now, like I said, this is the Bread and Butter podcast, Comic Book Bullies. We actually talk about comic books. So if you want to know about the comic books that came out this week, we're about to dive into it right now. And Eli, I guess, who got more books? You and me?
I don't know. I think we read some of the same shit though, right?
I'm gonna let you. I'll go first. Because I want to talk about this book as soon as possible. Okay, so the book we got right now is Guardians of the Galaxy not volume 2, number 2.
Number 2.
Right. The all new, all different Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, they changed up the roster like every 10 years, but everybody's stuck on this movie roster, whatever. So whatever. Okay, so basically how the book starts off, Star Lord is drunk and he drunk texts his ex. His ex is Kitty Pryde, and he talked about how he misses her and loves her, and kind of forgets that she's married now. You know, Colossus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So she kind of has to remind him that, like, don't drunk text me. I know you're in space, but it's like 3 a.m. in the morning. Take your ass to bed. And then he basically talking about what needs to be done, because basically, for those that don't know what's going on with the storyline right now, basically Thanos is dead, got his head chopped off by Gamora. Now they had this huge funeral, and this all happened last issue. This huge funeral, Thanos had a hologram. Gates gave his will, saying, "I'm gonna upload my consciousness into another person, and it's up to you assholes to find out who it's gonna be, because whoever it's gonna be is gonna be the next me." So the bad guys, so everybody in the room is just pretty much just like, okay, we don't know who it's gonna be, but 90% chance it's probably gonna be Gamora. He's gonna put his mind into. So we need to kill her, and even if it isn't, let's just kill her just to be on the safe side. So that's pretty much what the story is going on. So Star Lord is still drunk, hungover, walking around the ship, meeting all the folks he's meeting, his new team members, and he walks into a room and he sees Cosmic Ghost Rider and Groot get into a fight. They fight each other. Beta Ray Bill tries to break them up. Horror Store tries to break them up, stuff like that. Ghost Rider is fucking pissed off, and he's like, "Fuck this team, I'm out." I think either Quill kicked him out or he quit, one or the other. Anyway, Cosmic Ghost Rider said, "Fuck you guys, I'm leaving," and he meets up with Star Fox. Do a barrel roll, not that Star Fox. The rapey one in the Adventures. Yeah. So he was actually saved from the black hole that almost killed everybody in the last issue, but half his face is fucked up now. So half his face is fucked up, but he's like,
is that why it was from the black hole?
I think it was one of the black hole, or one of the black hole that's fucked him up. I can't really remember. Anyway, he's fucked up now.
I thought it was from the fight.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was from the fight or the wreck or something like that. And it looked like he's in a wheelchair also.
Yeah, okay. But sure, the black hole makes sense. Okay.
Maybe. It's kind of hard to remember. It was so much shit going on in the last issue, it's kind of hard to remember who lived and who died or whatever. So, Star Fox had put his own team together. And Cosmic Ghost Rider decided to join that team. And his team is Gladiator. I think I saw Korath the Pursuer in there. And then he turns around and asks Nebula, "You don't mind killing your sister, right?" And she basically replacing her arm with a machine gun on another arm. It's like, "Nah, I'm good. You good?" Like, yeah. So basically, Star Fox has put together his Dark Guardians, and their main mission is to kill Gamora. To find her at least, and then kill her. And then they were like, "Well, where do we find her? Where do we even go?" And Nebula's like, "Well, just find her ex-boyfriend. Just find him, just torture him, and she'll get you the information." Like, so where can we find this boyfriend? And what boyfriend are you talking about? Her boyfriend, Nova. And they're like, dun dun dun. That's how the book ends, Because before she got hooked up with Star Lord, and before the movie came out, she was actually like super in love with Dick Ryder, aka Nova.
Dick Ryder.
Richard Ryder. So yeah, pretty good story. Like I said, I was anticipating to see where number 2, dedicate y'all. Hey, they steal our shit, I'm gonna steal their shit. Shout out to Comic Cast. So yeah, I just wanted to see where this story was going. Like, I'm still invested to it. Cosmic Ghost Rider is just like an awesome character. I'm just trying to see what weird shit he does. I like how he switches from hero to villain anytime he feels like it.
I like when he was talking shit to Beta Ray Bill.
Oh yeah, go polish your hammer, you fucking donkey.
Yeah, donkey. Donkey.
I was like, wow. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. And I don't know how you feel about it. I'm loving this storyline right now.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It was cool,
I forgot about, and Wraith. Wraith is another member also. He was like in Annihilation, not the first one, but the second one. He was like a Kree super soldier / mutant / inhuman / metahuman / what the fuck ever. But yeah, he's back. He disappeared for like years, and now he's back. So
yeah. It makes me want to go read Cosmic Ghost Rider now. Because
right.
I skipped on that whole thing. Because you got Punisher and Ghost Rider, 2 of my all-time favorite characters, and then you put them both in space and made them into one character, and I'm like, that sounds stupid. But after reading this shit, I'm like, I might go read it now.
Right.
So, but I enjoyed it too. Like I said, I'm not too well versed in the cosmic side of Marvel, but I'm enjoying this story. And the whole Peter Quill drunk talking shit to Kitty Pryde while drunk, and so it's 4 a.m. here. You're just in space. I know. Being in space fucks up your sense of time. It's like he goes, I was like, hey, you're in space too. He's like, I'm on Earth. Yeah, Earth is in space. We're all in space. Like it's all space.
Like he's drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So, and it's like there's like 2 teams almost. You got the one team gonna go kill Gamora, and then the other team that wants to go save her.
Right. So yeah, the Guardians and the Dark Guardian. So yeah.
Yeah. So, no, that's cool.
That's all I got. So.
All right. Well, speaking of Donny Cates, y'all, I got Venom #11.
All right, let's go. Donny Cates train.
Yeah, and this is the book that people are threatening to kill Donny Cates over, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about this one.
Did you read this?
I didn't. I knew you were going to. That's why I didn't.
Oh, okay. So, So Venom #11. The maker has Eddie Brock basically under some sort of operation table trying to cure some sort of cancer he has, but it turns out it's not cancer. But basically what's going on is you're finding out that the symbiote has been planting memories in Eddie Brock's head, and it kind of retcons the origin in a way, as far as making him think he was in love and basically faking a lot of his life. And he's finding out that he might not have lived the life he thought because it was all just memory implanted by the symbiote, which I found to be like, what the fuck? I thought it was kind of mind blowing, like some Ghost in the Shell hacker type shit. Like he made him think he was living a whole life he wasn't.
Oh wow.
That's basically what it is. They're making him think that he was in love and that he, had cancer and had all these family members and all this shit. And you're finding out that might not be the case. At least it's like left up to, question.
Oh, that's that old 80s Wolverine shit. Oh man.
Yeah. But you're finding out that the symbiote basically is afraid of losing Eddie because it's bonded with Eddie, and that it doesn't want to lose Eddie as its host. So it's basically makes him think that he has cancer and all this shit, and that he needs the symbiote to survive. So he won't leave the symbiote. So basically, it gives the symbiote sort of a kind of needy symbiote.
Right.
So I don't know what exactly is pissing people off about this. I thought it was pretty cool, and like if they're mad that they're sort of retconning the origin, I'm like, so what? Because
they can always retcon it back. I mean,
and that shit was kind of lame anyways. Making Venom a good guy was the dumbest thing ever.
Right. But that's what they were doing. If a guy gets too popular, make him a good guy.
Yeah, and like that was dumb to make him, to put him in love and all this shit. And he was always best as a villain, until that whole 90s run and Flash Thompson and all this crap. And who gives a fuck, I think what Donny Cates is doing is basically, acknowledging all that shit, but also giving his own spin on it and still making Eddie a better character for it, I think. You know what I mean? And the symbiote. It's given the symbiote way more depth. It's basically giving the symbiote a tragic backstory. Right. That it's actually gets lonely. Like it needs a host. That even like Peter Parker left it. It was left by Peter Parker. So that
right. Because we always made the symbiote seem like a villain also, but now it makes it seem like a more sympathetic character.
Yeah, and that the fact that it's part of a hive, with the whole Null, the symbiote god, and all that, it's actually a hive now, and it needs others. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really, fleshing out the symbiote as a tragic character. So I dug on this. I dug on it, and then I, find out the other day that people were all pissed off over it, and I'm like, oh, geez. Mm-hmm. Like, really? Did you really like that 90s shit that much, where you felt the need to threaten somebody's life over it?
Hey, never I thought underestimate the power of nostalgia.
Yeah, because I thought that shit was whack.
And now you're going to get death threats.
Yeah. Yeah. Pussies.
Hey, Eli said this. I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Donny Cates ruined your shitty ass childhood. Well, it sounded like your child was really shitty
Yeah, it
anyway.
sounded like it sucked to begin with. He didn't do anything to
Yeah,
stop that.
if you liked Good Guy Venom,
Oh man.
yeah, fuck that and fuck your pogs.
All right, shoot. Can I go next? Okay.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So book I got. Naomi #2. Okay.
Okay.
So like I said, the rest of the since this is the end of Black History Month last month, I'm just gonna end my books with nothing but black books for the rest of the podcast. So that includes Naomi #2. So like I said, also part of the Wonder comic line that Bendis has started. Basically what this book is, it starts off with Naomi's talking to that mechanic, that guy named, that huge muscle bound dude named D, and D is telling her, yeah, the last super person that was here was 17 years ago. She was like, well, that's the time I was adopted. What else do you know about it? And then he just kicks her out of his garage and takes off, like hops in a motorcycle and leaves. Like, wait, that was weird. So then she goes talk to her adopted parents, and she tells them, yeah, I talked to the mechanic today, and the mechanic tells me that there was a superhero here 17 years ago. Do you guys know anything about it? Like, or is that guy my real father? And they're like, whoa, 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 where is this? This is a leap of logic. No, we don't know who your father was. We don't know where you came from. It was a closed adoption, but you belong to us now, and you were a little baby, and we're not lying to you. You're like, okay, just leave it at that. And then she talks to, basically, she Googles the guy. She Googles the mechanic, find out more information about him. And she realizes after talking to one of her friends that he came from Iron Heights. Now, her friend thought Iron Heights was just some like neighborhood in Detroit. But no, Iron Heights, for those that know, is the prison system that's in Central City, in DC Comics. So basically, he's an ex-supervillain that's been living there for 17 years. So she decides to find out more information about what's going on. So she gets on a skateboard, gets a flashlight, goes out at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, goes to his garage. The front door is locked. She hops the gate, goes behind it, and the back door is open. So she just sneaks in through, snoops around, sees what she can find, sees a picture of the mechanic when he's younger, like with a full beard and hair, stuff like that. And she sees this young woman that's kind of older than her, but looks exactly just like her. It favors her. And then the mechanic turns around and sees her, and he's like, well, give me that picture back. That's mine. That's the one I got of her. And Naomi's like, well, who is this woman in the picture? Like, I can't tell you. Well, you better tell me now. I want to know what's going on. And then the book ends, to be continued, next issue, The Secret of the DC Universe. So, obviously, this thing is going to be big, whoever her parents are, I guess.
The Secret?
The Secret, I guess. The Secret was supposed to spoil this issue. They're dragging the shit out as long as possible. So, still a pretty interesting book. Didn't grab me like the first one did, but it's still cool. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I don't know who's drawing this book, but the artist they got is awesome.
Is she going to be like a Wonder Woman, an Amazon or something?
We don't know. There is some weird panels in between of some woman with armor on and a sword doing some shit. So, maybe? I don't know. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got. Like I said, there's pretty much not too much happening in the book. So. There was not a single punch thrown.
All right. I guess I'll go with Bitterroot, #4. Written by David F. Walker, Chuck Brown, art by Sanford Green and Rico Jimenez, or Renzi, Renzi.
Close enough.
So I've been digging this book. Basically, it's the Sangri family it takes place in early 1900s Harlem. They're a family of demon fighters who go around slaying these creatures called Jinyu, which are possessed by fear and hatred. And so this is #4. There's a lot going on. We have like 3 separate plots, taking place. There's this big, huge monster attack in Harlem. Some cops have been turned into Jinyu demons, and they're on a rampage. Harlem is just hot. The block is hot in Harlem, man. It's just a big old riot of monsters. Berg, one of the Sangri family, he's this huge dude. He's really huge. He's been infected by it. He's been bitten by a Jinyu, so he's infected. They're trying to cure him. They go to their estranged uncle Enoch, who has some old ways of fighting these demons and old knowledge. So they're fighting their way there. They're fighting their way back. Ma Etta, Grandma Etta or whatever. She's like the old lady, sort of the matriarch of the family. It shows her she gets a chance to get down and fight. So basically everything, there's this big, huge action issue. Everything's coming to a head, and it all hell's breaking loose, basically. And then on top of that, there's also these the what are they called? The Circle of Retribution or whatever. There's these two characters called Dr. Sylvester and Miss Nightingale. They're turning into monsters too, but they're not Jinyu. They're called Inzandus. They're different from Jinyus. Where Jinyus are possessed by hatred and fear, and Zandus are possessed by sorrow and trauma. So the result of that hatred is what Inzandus represent. And then, of course, that badass Blade type of dude named Ford, he shows up because he's been tracking these portals, these gateways that the Jinyus are coming through to this world, and there's one in Harlem, and that's where. So he shows up at the end of the book. So basically, everything's coming to a head. A lot going on, but it's the plot is very balanced in a way. All these separate threads are balanced so well and work together, without being too confusing. But the main thing is there's a lot of political allegory going on. The Jinyu that basically represent racism. The whole monster attack in Harlem is basically symbolizes race riots.
Okay.
The cops are turning into these monsters and attacking everybody. And then, of course, the Inzandu creatures, they're the trauma and sorrow that are basically the effects of racism. And that's what Dr. Sylvester and Miss Nightingale, they're turning into these other creatures. But they want to use the power of those creatures to combat racism, I guess. I guess that's what I'm getting out of this. Okay. They want to stay. They want to become these monsters so they can battle the Jinyu, the racism.
Let me ask you this symbolism you're saying, do they like beat you over the head with it, or is kind of like what you're gathering from it, from what you're reading?
That's what it's all left up to interpretation, but that's the sense that I'm getting. It's still a cool story, and all these it's basically Evil Dead. It's a black Evil Dead. And just monsters fighting, but I can tell the statements that they're trying to make, which I find very interesting, and from what I'm gathering out of it. This is just my interpretation from it, is that, the Jinyu, the demons represent like fear, because racism is based in fear and hatred. Mm-hmm. And then the Inzandu creatures, they're the trauma and the pain and anger that comes from the result of racism. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you have these two different forces. They're both negative forces, and they're both clashing at each other. And you have like the Sangri family trying to battle them all and trying to find a way to dispel all that negativity. So it just raises that question. You have racism versus the trauma that it causes, and those two forces are now clashing. And I guess that's a big statement we have right now, So on that note, I think this book is brilliant, and just raising those type of questions through this cool-ass monster horror story is great. I mean, this is a 5 out of 5 for me,
Damn, okay.
It's this issue was just action-packed, lots going on, but the plot is balanced very well. And it's all coming together, because this is issue 4 now. But yeah, it's just makes this metaphor on racism, the results of racism, and what do we do about it,
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably our first 5 out of 5 of 2019, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So last book I got, like I said, it was Black History Month. So we're gonna end it with another black book. And this is Miles Morales' Spider-Man. Like I said, this is my book of the week.
Cool.
Right.
I read it too.
You read it too? Okay, so you can help me out what's going on with this one. Okay, so basically what happened, like I said, I actually got this based on your recommendation, what you said on issue 2. So I'm like, oh, Captain America's going to be in this? Yeah, I want to read this. So basically what happened, the book starts off, Captain America meeting Miles Morales. They all meet Rhino. They realize, okay, we're all on the same team. There's a human trafficking thing going on. This guy is out here kidnapping kids, and we need to go find him. It's basically Miles' girlfriend's nephew and Rhino's niece or some shit, whatever. And Captain America's just here because Captain America's Captain America. His congresswoman sent him. So they try to find clues exactly what's going on. They find clues that it was in the Gowanus Canal. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay, Gowanus Canal. So basically, Captain America finds out that Miles is from Brooklyn. He was like, Brooklyn? I thought you were from Queens. He was like, not this other guy. So they become instant friends, stuff like that. Captain America pulls out this phone he got from Tony Stark, trying to find out to get evidence, stuff like that. He doesn't know how to use it because he's fucking 100 years old, literally. And Spider-Man, takes this phone from him. He let's give me the phone. I know how to work it because he's a teenager. Teenagers know how to work technology. And that's how they become fast friends, learn how to work each other, stuff like that. They meet up at this old SHIELD base that Captain America says used to be an internment camp for mutants that nobody even knows about. But they shut it down a while ago, but somebody has started it back up. So they go in there. They invade. Miles goes in first. He goes invisible, tries to go stealth to scout everything, but he gets spotted. The kids attack him. Captain America and Rhino rush in. So Miles finds a good way to just web up all the kids and just shoots his Venom shock blast through the webbing and just, knock everybody out at the same time. And while they do that, then the bad guy reveals himself. And the bad guy is named the Snatcher. That's the dumbest fucking name ever. He looks like a reject from the 70s, but whatever. So the Snatcher is here, and he's basically saying what he does is that his powers actually kill adults. But if he uses powers on kids, he can control them to do whatever he wants to, and that's why he uses them on kids to basically, do his human trafficking ring that he has going on right now. So the three, heroes try to attack him. He does his Snatcher thing, takes off his shade, stuff like that, and he hypnotizes all of them, stuff like that. And like I said, they're all adults. He's about to kill everybody. But Captain America's will is so strong, and so indomitable. He has to take extra power just to keep Captain America control. And since he has to keep Captain America control, that means Rhino and Spider-Man are free to kick his ass. So, Miles kicked the shit out of him, and he's like, release Captain America before I beat your ass some more. And he's like, okay, I'm not done yet. I got one more trump card left. I got one more ace up my sleeve. And he basically tell all the kids that he has kidnapped to turn the guns on themselves. Yeah. And while he's doing that, and he pull the guns on himself, one of the kids, I think it's Miles' girlfriend's nephew or some shit like that, he fights the mind control and turn the gun on the Snatcher and distracts Snatcher long enough for Miles to beat the shit out of him. Knocks him out, So Rhino gets his niece back, but he's saying he'll probably never see his niece again because the family wants nothing to do with him because he's a criminal. You're like, well, that's fucked up. You sound like a good guy to me, but anyway. But basically, Rhino and Miles end on good terms. Captain America's called out on another mission for the Avengers. We're supposed to have an Avengers 14 or some bullshit. He like, Miles, we're gonna meet up soon, and he does his thing. At the end of the book ends with Miles going to the movie with his girlfriend and nephew, and it ends with great power comes great responsibility. And I've been to other planets, and I fought androids, and I fought robots, and stuff like that. But protecting your neighborhood and those within the neighborhood is more important than fighting aliens and protecting borders and stuff like that. Basically trying to make an allegory of this whole human trafficking thing that we're trying to do. Because I think toward the end, the shit got so wild, it kind of got away from its original concept and became too comic booky, but hey, it's a comic book. What do you expect? Overall, yeah, like I said, Captain America, Rhino, and Spider-Man teaming up to fight some goofy-looking 70s dude. I get a 4 out of 5. Pretty cool story.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I've been enjoying this book. It's just fun. It's just a fun, good old-fashioned Spider-Man story.
It was a quick 3-arc story. It didn't last for 12 issues and them shit. It was just 3 arcs.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 issues. Bam, bam, bam. Move on to the next storyline.
Yeah. Art was cool. Story was fast-paced, and yeah.
And it's nice to see Miles and Cap making up because most people don't realize that the last time they met each other, Miles was going to kill him. But it wasn't him. It was the Nazi one. That's right.
The Nazis? Oh, the Nazi Cap.
Yeah.
Not Nazi Miles. They didn't make Nazi Miles, did they?
Not yet. Nick Smith hadn't got to him yet. But that was the last time they met because, they was on Capitol Hill and he was about to, drop a, stab or some shit. But anyway, I wish they would have brought that up. But they didn't, so whatever. But yeah, that's all I got. So.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do Turok number 2.
That's what I've been waiting on. Let's go.
So Turok number 2. Turok and his brother warp back into dinosaur time with the cavalry, the U.S. cavalry soldiers chasing after them. And it's pretty simple. The dinosaurs come and attack them, and there's a lot of dinosaurs in this one, more than the first issue. And the Indians team up with the white guys they say, okay, if we're going to survive this, we need to band together because the cavalry soldiers are like, you Indians know how to live off the land and shit. So if we're going to get out of this, we need your help. And they're like, okay, cool, put her there. And they shake hands. And what really
bad idea already.
Yeah, I mean, and what there was one line where I went shit when the cavalry soldier said, "You have my word as a U.S. Army soldier that we will, that you can trust me or whatever."
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, shit. Just right there, I was like, bullshit, fuck that. Yeah, when it came to natives, the U.S. cavalry acted like ISIS, basically.
Basically, yeah.
So I was like, man, fuck. So I don't know. It was, I already talked about the problems I had with Turok as a character, as a stereotypical native character. But whatever, I already got that out of the way, and I was just reading this for what it was. It's just a stupid fantasy, It's nothing mind-blowing, nothing great. It's 3 out of 5. It's, your token Indian, your Washington Redskin running around in his buckskin underwear,
They still haven't getting a machine gun yet?
Oh, he got a gun. He got to shoot a gun in this
About
one.
time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then went back to bows and arrows. Oh, and they get attacked by cavemen. That's right. Cavemen are attacking them now.
Okay.
So, and I had a hard time distinguishing, okay, which one's the caveman and which one's the Indian?
That's not good.
So yeah. 3 out of 5. Nothing great, nothing spectacular. And after reading Bitterroot, which was this awesome story that made all these, strong political statements, and then reading this thing, I was like, eh. Just, as a Native American, comic book fan, I just, I long for better representation, because it's David F. Walker writing Bitterroot,
Right.
And
he also wrote Naomi also.
and you get that perspective, that person of color perspective, which, is that calls for good representation and characters and stuff. So when I read Turok, I can totally tell, well, this isn't written by a native,
Right.
So I mean, it's again a non-native's version of a Native American character.
Yeah, so I kind of want to see what happened, if a Native American writer actually get their hands on Turok and see what they can do with it.
Yeah, so yeah, it's whatever. Turok number 2. Yeah.
Cool. You got anything else? So
That's it.
that's all I got. I'm booked out. So, yeah. Like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Definitely listen to our other podcasts. We have our sister podcast, Geek Sav, hosted by Eli, of course. We also have Comic Cast. I forgot to shout them out, even though I did shout them out like 3 times, but I was like in some fucked up ways. They give us shout outs on their podcast all the time. Kind of help basically help their algorithm because they know I'm a comment. So I'm gonna shout them out to help out our algorithm.
Yeah. What up, Comic Cast?
Right. Who else we got? This Geeks and Comics, who also shouts us out.
There you go.
Yeah, they love them. Who else we got? Instruments of Destruction. They may shout us out. I never listen. Sorry. But if you do, thanks for the shout out. Hoodoo TV. We have Get Valiant. We have who else? That's it. Go ahead, more than that.
That might be it.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, like I said, next week we will. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. We might not just fuck around. We might just fuck around, and just not do shit. Talk about some more bullshit because it would be the calm before the storm. Because then we have the shit show after that, which would be Captain Marvel, which I know is gonna be good. I might have something planned. I might plan something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We're having our Marvel pre-party or something.
Something. We always do that. We got to have something. But yeah.
Let's face it. Marvel movies are the reason why everyone's doing podcasts.
Pretty much. I mean, anytime we do a podcast on a Marvel movie, our numbers like shoot up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We talk about this bullshit, nobody listens.
Yeah.
That being said, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And we talk to you guys next week. Same bully time, same bully channel.